This is Claire Willis with the Chicago-Kent College of Law Library, and I'm going to talk about state legislative history research. State legislative history research can be very complicated because the amount of legislative information that is saved or made public in any given state can be very different. In some states, most notably the state of New York, the legislature is actually required to pass something explaining why they did what they did, why they passed the law, what the intent was behind it. In other states, not very much at all is saved and made public. In Illinois, for example, you might find some floor debate and bills and amendments to bills, but not very much else. I'm back here on the Legislative History Guide. These are available from the Chicago-Kent College of Law library page under Electronic Resources, Library Guides, and Legislative History Research. I'm under the tab for State Legislative Histories. The absolute best resource to consult is at the reference desk. It's called the Guide to State Legislation, Legislative History, and Administrative Materials. And if you stop by the reference desk or you email one of the research librarians at refreq@kentlaw.iit.edu, we can help you out a lot. 9 times out of 10, we're going to be pulling this book down from the shelf. So just to give you a look at the process in Illinois, I'm going to show you the Illinois General Assembly's website. I'll click here on Public Acts. You'll recall that that is what a law is called when it has been passed by a legislature. And I need to get into Public Acts and legislation from previous General Assemblies. This allows me to see that the coverage for the ilga.gov website goes from the current General Assembly all the way back to 1971. So if your law is from prior to 1971, this website will not help you at all. So I'm going to go into the 83rd General Assembly, which happens to be from 1983, but that's purely a coincidence. And this shows you what's available. Basically, there is transcript of floor debate and there are bills. The most important thing you'll need to use first is this Public Act to Bill Number Conversion table. So you can find the Public Act when you're looking at a statute by scrolling all the way down to the bottom of the statute to where it says History, and it'll give you the Public Act. So here we see Public Act 8301 and what the bill number was. So the bill number was what that piece of legislation was known by before it became a public act. And if I go and I would have to search the Senate transcripts and the House transcripts separately, I don't think that the search is very good. It's based on an OCR of a old kind of raggedy looking scan of a PDF, and I don't think it always catches words correctly. I think the right way to do it is to go into this listing, and you'll see that it has all the different days of that session, but you don't know when your particular bill was discussed, which is where the master index comes in. So the master index lets you actually see when a bill was discussed. I'm going to blow this up here so you can see that House Bill number 1 was discussed on April 20th of 1983, the 15th of June, and the 20th of June. And that is the page on that particular transcript on which the discussion of that bill should appear. So then you would go back to the listing and you'd go to the day that you wanted and the page that you wanted. And that is what is available for Illinois legislative history. If you have any questions, you should definitely stop by the reference desk. This kind of research can be complicated, and you can benefit from using the expertise of people who have done this many, many times. Again, this is Claire Willis from the Chicago-Kent College of Law Library.